Hey, what's up everyone, and welcome to another video. As you guys can see, it has been quite some time since we make a My Restaurant video here on the channel, but today I do have some information on what exactly we could be expecting for the next update, as well as closer to the end of the video, I will be sharing a little more information on what exactly is going on with the development of my farm as well. So many of you have reached out to me on Twitter, in the comments, as well as even in my Discord. So many of you have been asking me what is going on with my restaurant. Has it been abandoned? And honestly, I'm gonna keep it real with you guys. At first, I did think that was pretty much it. It was the end for my restaurant. But if you aren't aware, for the last couple of days, David has been streaming over on Twitch his entire development process for my farm. And of course, inevitably, people were starting to ask what is going on in my restaurant, as well as your relationship with Big Games and Preston. At one point when David is asked about this, I don't exactly know if Preston was in the call with him or if it was Gavin. So for that reason, I don't really want to play the clip in the background right now, because if it was indeed Preston, I know that he's a very private guy. I don't really want to put his voice out there if it really isn't something that he wants, you know what I'm saying? But basically in this, he goes ahead and says that he loved the entire process of working on my restaurant and that he had a lot of fun with working on it. Keep in mind, a lot of the things that I'm saying, he said loved and had, which would then mean that that is past tense, that he's no longer working on it actively. And honestly, the moment that I heard this, I was a little heartbroken, because I did feel like, dang, it is true. We aren't unfortunately going to be getting any more updates. But a little bit after that, they were asked if they will be doing a Christmas update like they promised for my restaurant, where they went ahead and said that yes, they are going to be making a Christmas update, but we really didn't get any more information besides that. And as a matter of fact, as I am recording this video right now, David is live working on my farm, where he then went ahead and spoke to Preston in the chat again, where he told him to go ahead and start working and getting our models done for the Christmas update. So again, this is being tossed around left and right. We don't exactly know if it's 100% going to happen, but so many of you have just been asking for any information on an update or even a limited item coming to the game. And unfortunately, for the last couple of days, man, we really didn't have any information. And honestly, I feel like throughout the community right now, there's a lot of confusion, because it feels like people think that only one singular developer works on my restaurant, which that isn't the case at all. My restaurant is a team effort between David and Preston, David being the programming developer and Preston being the one that handles all of the models and everything else. He doesn't actually make the models himself, he outsources them, but he is the one that is in charge of all of that. So for that reason, even if David wanted to go ahead and push out an update on his own, he technically can't do that unless Preston is putting in his part. Which now leads me into the next thing, and kind of something that I want to touch up on really quickly. Don't want to get too into it because we don't have any information. Nothing has been said about this. But as you guys know, there is only one game, as far as I'm aware, that Preston has worked on by himself, and that is of course Pet Simulator. In my personal opinion, the only explanation for the fact that Preston really isn't maybe wanting to update my restaurant is because he could be working on something on his own. He did kind of go ahead and post up on Twitter a couple of days ago some random game that I guess he was working on, where he's kind of messing with ragdoll mechanics. But aside from that, we really haven't gotten any other information. So this is me just basically going off of a limb here. I'd say that it's pretty obvious that whatever the situation is that's going on behind the scene for my restaurant is more than likely on Preston's side, just for the simple fact that we are getting David working on my farm. He's actively streaming it. So I mean, the man is working. It's not like he doesn't want to do it. And realistically, Preston is working on something. We just don't know what it is. But moral of the story is, we do know that at some point, potentially in December, we could be receiving a Christmas update for my restaurant. Now, as for my farm, not too much has gone on over there. As far as I'm aware, they've gone ahead and added a shop so you can actually go ahead and purchase things. So I mean, there's somewhat of a progression, but obviously there's still going to be a lot of resets going on in that game, because development is still in the early stages. According to David, he's about 20% done with the game, and he's projecting a release of sometime in February next year. In the background right now, I'm going to show you a quick little clip from his live stream that he was having, where it does show that he is actively working on adding trading into my farm. That is going to be an option. He said that potentially there could be maybe some like super rare crops, maybe even some rare tools. That's just a bunch of different things that he said that he would worry about that once he has the system completely done. But honestly, man, aside from that, there really isn't much information in regards to both of the separate games. Right now, I just kind of have my fingers crossed, and I'm hoping that we do indeed get a Christmas update. I feel like that would be a missed opportunity. The Halloween update for my restaurant performed insanely well, and honestly, there's about 4,000 players online, and for a game that is still, you know, in the middle of November running a Halloween event, I'd say that it's performing at least decently well. But I don't know, man, it's gonna be really interesting to read some of your comments. I know that so many of you have been asking for me to give you you an update. So here it is. I'm sorry that the gameplay in the background wasn't all that entertaining. I really just wanted to focus on explaining to you guys what was going on, and of course just give you guys my opinion on how I feel about the entire thing. I really have my fingers crossed right now, man, that we're not going to be saying a goodbye to My Restaurant. It's going to really hurt my heart. It really is. But I definitely don't want to keep thinking negative. Let's go ahead and keep thinking positive and just pretty much hope for the best. But that's pretty much going to go ahead and do it for today's video. I hope that you guys enjoyed it. If so, make sure to drop a like on the video and subscribe to the channel for all types of different content. Don't forget, please let me know in the comments how you guys feel about this. I love reading the comments, especially those of you that have insanely awesome ideas. But that's pretty much going to go ahead and do it for today's video. Like always, I will see you guys in the next one. Take care.